Hi, in this video I want to show you how to split a complex problem into simple steps and then find the tools that we have in C# to implement that. Okay, the problem we have is really simple. We want to find out if a number is odd or even. Okay, so that is our task. This code will be in week 2 demo 1 under my Repl. So I want to find if a number is odd or even. So what would I do as a human being if somebody gives me an odd number or a number and I have to find if it's odd or even? I first divide the number. So what would I do? Like I would say, let's say the number is 15. I would say 15 divided by 2. 15 divided by 2, I want to know, is there a remainder? If so, then it is odd, else it is even. So for example, if I have 4 divided by 2 would not give me a remainder. So it is even. 15 divided by 2 gives me a remainder. So it is odd. Okay. So this is the logic I would use as a human being. Let's think about how we would do it as a programmer. Let's first find this first number. Identify if, okay, not this one. So I need to know what the number is. So I can just create a variable, put a number in it, and then just say like I'll use that, right? I can do that. So I can say int number equal to 15. I can say that. And then I can write logic here to see if 15 is odd or even. But the problem is when you write code, you want that code to work for any number, not just 15. So trying to put the value of the number you're testing inside the code is not a good way. We want the code to be reusable. We want the code to function no matter which number we input. The goal of this program is to say no matter what number I give it, it should tell me if the number is odd or even. That's it. So I need to know what the number is. So I have to get that as a input, right? So I have to say console.readLine. That's going to be my input. So I have to convert the number into a, so let me just call this input. I have to convert the input into the integer and save it in a variable. So this is going to be an integer. So now I have the number. The number I want to convert, I captured. So if I run this program now, what will happen? I will be able to give a number. First time I can give 15. Second time I can give 60. I can give 9,000. The code will work no matter what number I give because it is an input at this point. So that is the first step. I want to be able to capture the input. And I did that. Okay. The second step is to divide the number by 2 and get a remainder. So divide number, I know that operator. So my arithmetic operators in C# that I know are going to be plus, minus, multiplication, division, and mod. So I have to pick one from this list. So these are in my toolbox. So I won't use the plus, minus, multiplication. So I have to decide between the forward slash and the percentage. So this is division, this is mod. So the question then becomes, do I want the quotient or the remainder? So the quotient would be when I divide 15 by 2, 2 times 7 is 14. So 7 becomes the quotient and the remainder is 1. I don't care about the quotient. I care about the remainder, right? Like, is there a remainder after I divide 15 by 2? If there is a remainder, that is the question here, right? Is there a remainder? So I have to find the remainder. Find the remainder. That's the job now. So I have to say int remainder, that's my variable, equal to not 15, but the number NBR, that's the input, divided by 2. Sorry, percentage 2. That's the mod. This gives me the remainder. Okay. So the next thing is, I said if so, if there is a remainder, what does that mean? If there is a remainder means, so what is this remainder going to be? Is it 0? If it is 0, so this is not quantifiable. Okay. If there is a remainder, has to be rewritten as if the remainder is 1, it's odd, otherwise it's even. Or you can say if the remainder is 0, it's even, otherwise it's odd. Either way is fine. So this is where it's measurable, right? From our toolbox, we know that conditional statements, we have the if statement and else statement in C#. So let's use the if statement. If followed by the parenthesis. So we have to say if remainder is 1, remainder is equal to 1. So double equal to for comparison. We are comparing if the variable remainder has a value 1. If that is the case, we are going to say console.writeLine odd. Else, we will say console.writeLine even. Okay, so how a human does it, we do a lot of things in our memory. We don't even think twice about it. We don't have to save a variable. We don't have to convert. We know a number is a number. We know how to divide and compare and all that. With a computer, you have to be black and white. So fuzzy logic doesn't work. You can't say if there is there a remainder, doesn't cut it for computers. So you have to find a way to measure that. So remainder is a number. So what can you do? You can compare that number, the remainder, to what? If it's 0, if the remainder is 0, it is like 2 by 2 is 0, that's even. If it's 15 by 2, there's a remainder of 1, so that's odd. Okay, so that is the change we made. This is the change we made. So this is a change we made to make it understandable. Okay. As a human, we use the same operator, division, to find the quotient and the remainder. In the computer, we have to use a different operator, right? The mod operator for the remainder instead of the forward slash operator, which is for the quotient. Okay. So this is how you break a problem. This is not a complex problem, but any problem into smaller steps. We gotta go step by step by step. First will be to get the number as input, then find the remainder. Then we are checking to see if the remainder is 1, then it's odd, otherwise it's even. So let's run this with couple values. So if I put 15 as the input, oops, sorry, wrong input. 15 as the input, it's odd, rerun it. 6 as the input, even. 7,008 as the input, even. And then 4,351 will be odd. Okay, so no matter what, this same code can be used for different input values, and that is the power of programming. So the same logic can be used again and again. That's important. Okay, so this is where a lot of people get stuck, like they don't know how to convert this into this, and they don't understand what tools are available. So the language only provides you the tools. Breaking down a complex problem into simpler steps is the basis of programming. The more you do it, the better you get. You can see this example in week 2 demo 1 if you want to take a look. Okay, thanks, bye.